How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another deep dive into Pro Tools with the M1. Today I'm going to be diving into video post-production. So for several years this is what I was doing professionally down in Los Angeles, and so it holds a very special place in my heart. So here I will be opening up a session that I worked on a few years ago. It's a feature-length documentary. This is an earlier version of the project, so it's not yet complete. I was still working on adding some sound effects and all that stuff, so it's a very small session, but it's still an hour and a half long and it still has the video. Now, I did have to re-import the video. In my initial tests when I was opening it and then automatically relinking the video, I was running into problems and the video engine kept crashing on me, so I did run into that headache. But it seems like after re-importing the video using this Rosetta system, it now seems to work perfectly fine. I didn't do much extensive testing, I just kind of skimmed around the timeline a little bit. I also, due to copyright reasons, didn't want to show you too much of the session. However, I did want to showcase that it does appear that you can do post-production work in Pro Tools on the M1 system, which is pretty incredible. So without further ado, I'm going to dive into the actual demonstration, and you can see, one, how long it took to import the video, which was a nightmare. It was definitely a lot longer than it ever took on my Mac Pro or any of my Intel-based Macs, so that is obviously not optimized yet. Hopefully soon they will get that squared away so you can import it in just a matter of minutes, but it took a while. So anyway, I also listened to you guys' feedback, threw in a screen recording setup, so hopefully the quality will be much improved. And as always, I greatly appreciate your guys' comments down below, letting me know any suggestions, requests for things you want me to test out. Also, before I dive in, I want to say I did test out Isotope RX7, which is the version that I have, and it runs perfectly. I've tested the Slate Digital plugins, McDSP waves. So far, nothing has given me a headache. Acon Digital Multiply, which is my favorite doubler plugin, works beautifully. So far, I haven't been running into any compatibility issues, which is very promising, and I honestly cannot wait for Avid to dive in and fully optimize this program to work on these new computers, because I think the potential is incredible. I think next year is going to be huge for Apple, especially once we have Adobe and Avid fully optimizing their programs for these new chips. It's going to unlock a tidal wave of performance that we have never seen before. So very excited for the future. Anyway, here is feature film length post-production on an M1 MacBook Air. I just have to reiterate, I'm using a MacBook Air for this. And also during the import and everything, this computer has remained cold to the touch. It's not just that it's not burning me, it is cold. It feels like it's not on. I think that's incredible. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so here I've just opened up a feature documentary that I worked on a few years ago, just simply to test it. The audio works perfectly. What I'm going to try and do here is import the video. For some reason the video wasn't loading at all. Okay, so here we see the process of importing a video into Pro Tools. Seems very standard. Also, if someone wants to leave a comment, what the hell is this number here? Is that how many samples are left to count? Because, man, that's a lot of samples. Anyway, so now that we're getting towards the end, I just want to point out that was roughly 10 minutes, I think. So that's exciting. This is going to be a fun clip to edit. Anyway, it should be finishing up here in just a second. Creating tracks. Awesome. Move those two up to the top as you do. Gotta line up the beeps. Alright, cool. So now we will delete the audio track. And now we have the video. So it seems like after re-importing the video, it actually is wanting to work. Now, I've not done any extensive mixing or anything like that, but the good news is the video engine seems to be crashing far less after taking forever to re-import the video. The video engine is working. I would still be hesitant, especially with opening up an older session. However, it does appear that it is working once you re-import the video. So that's good news. All right, so there was post-production in Pro Tools on an M1 MacBook Air. I hope you guys found that helpful. If so, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more content from me, ring the bell so you'll be notified when I release said content, and as always, leave me any suggestions down in the comments down below. I do my best to respond to every comment, so thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.